can I help you?
Hi, I'm retiring as Spider-Man. I'm trying to find a job similar to what I do.
Okay.
And I thought that a realtor was the closest thing to that. So I'd like to work here if possible.
Okay. Let me get my manager. 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I'll wait right here. All right?
Okay.
All right, I'll see you. Don't be scared.
Okay.
All right. You see, being a realtor is like being Spider-Man. There are a lot of similar qualities. I know it sounds crazy, but this is why.
Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes a Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man is much like being a realtor. And there's a few reasons why. I know you're probably thinking, that's crazy. Spider-Man's like on buildings, he's fighting crime, he's like everywhere, he's saving lives. But realtors are kind of doing that too. And there's just five reasons why I think that realtors are much like Spider-Man and why it's easy for Spider-Man to turn into a realtor. First things first is that realtors, much like Spider-Man, are there to solve problems and help people in their lives. That's what Spider-Man does. He solves problems, he saves the day, and realtors do that too. You see, as a realtor, there's always things that come up during a transaction. For example, just recently, we had a listing that had a crack, and they found a crack in the attic that nobody knew about. We found out during the inspection period. And as the realtor, I had to solve the problem so that the buyer understands what they're getting into and if they want to proceed with the contract. So literally got the call, found the crack. Okay, I had to ask around, I had to find somebody who could go out there, take a look at it, and then give an estimate on that cost, and then give a better idea to the buyer. So the buyer felt at ease. Right? I had to go in and save the day. If not, the buyer was going to cancel the deal because of that crack. And then we later found out that the crack wasn't as bad as we thought it was based on what the engineer said. That, if I didn't try to get that solved, it wouldn't have happened. If I didn't have my like Spider-Man, the problem wouldn't have been solved. So a realtor is there to solve problems and save the day when things are falling through the cracks during a real estate transaction, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. The second thing is that a realtor, just like Spider-Man does, knows everything that's going on in their community, in their city, right? Anytime a house hits the market, a great realtor knows about it. Anytime something sells, especially something record-breaking, any crime that happens in Spider-Man's city, he knows about it. That's what a great realtor knows. A great realtor knows everything, all the future developments, all the things going in sales, all the things, maybe how things are slowing down in that area or whatever. A realtor, a good one, knows everything in their market. Number 3 is that a good realtor has Spidey realtor senses. It's like the Spidey realtor senses are tingling. It's a real thing for a great realtor, because when they are out and about, let's say they're at a cafe. This is a situation that happened with me. I'm at a cafe and I see somebody met at an open house a long time ago. I just approached them. I said, hey, I remember we met, whatever. My senses were tingling and I said, hey, I have a listing that's similar to what you saw. Do you want to see it? And I showed them pictures right there in the spot and they're like, I want to see it. And the next day we had an appointment scheduled at the house because my Spidey realtor senses were tingling. And even a good realtor too, you're at Publix, you hear someone talking about a house. You hear somebody approaches you, oh my God, I'm looking for this, whatever. Spidey senses are there tingling, and you're able to get into the conversation and have something for them. That's a good realtor. And part of having good Spidey realtor senses is knowing how to follow up and when to follow up, right? Without being annoying too, right? You have to know as a realtor when you need to be persistent and follow up. You can't drop the ball. If somebody's interested in the house, you need to follow up with them. If not, they get busy in their life and then forget about it. So you have to know when to follow up. For example, this is a case that happened to me. All these examples are things that I've experienced. For example, I had a buyer I met somewhere out and about, and they were looking for something specific in Pinecrest. And this is when the market was absolutely crazy. And something hit the market in Pinecrest, actually $2.9 million, beautiful house. I sent it to them at night. 5 minutes later, right, through email, they didn't even leave me their phone number. Through email, I just sent it to them, thinking of them, following up with them, and then they sent me an email 5 minutes later. We want to see the house tomorrow morning. And I called the listing agent, we got them in there, and they were the first people in that house, and they were the last ones to have it because they bought it. I don't know if that made sense. But anyways, you get the point. My realtor, Spidey senses were tingling, and I executed and followed up as I should in my job. Follow up and follow through. The fourth point is that just like Spider-Man, realtors are on call all the time. Spider-Man hears something, he goes. It doesn't matter if it's like 12 o'clock at night. A realtor, you call them, doesn't matter. They gotta answer. Or at least I answer. A good realtor would answer. Realtors, good ones, are always on call, just like Spider-Man. Call them, they should answer, and if they need to get in the house, they should be able to get you in there one way or another when you can. That's what a good realtor's about. That's Spidey realtor. And the last point, I guess there's many points, but the last point here is that just like Spider-Man understood that press, taking good photos and doing good press on him as Spider-Man, it made it his brand and him look good. And a good realtor, a professional realtor, understands press and marketing and branding unlike anyone else. They understand that as a realtor, you are a brand, and every single listing you have has to be marketed, approached a certain way. Everything is about that. You know, for me, as a realtor, and I give you an example, having the exposure, understanding social media, getting the press that we've gotten on Ocean Drive, on Miami Herald, on all these other things, those have opened doors for me that I didn't have before. Off-market opportunities, first dibs on properties before they hit the market. Like, all those things are things because since I have gotten the press on my listings and everything, I have gotten that exposure, and I'm able to directly benefit from all that exposure, my clients, forever. I'm always going to have connections or something somewhere because of the brand awareness that I have been able to build for my business and that Spider-Man built for him, right? So it's kind of like goes like together. You see how it's webbing together? You see how it's a web? It's all connected. You get it. You get the pun because it's talking like about a spider web. Those are the points. Spider-Man is very, very much like a realtor. He has very different in different ways, right? But very similar in many ways too. Because being a realtor is a profession with many different hats. You have to be good at many different things. You have to be versatile. You have to be available. You have to be responsive. You have to be quick on your feet. And you have to come up with solutions to save the day all the time. That's what we are here for. We're here to save the day and activate our spidey senses and understand how to brand and market a property and give it the right exposure. So Spider-Man, that's why he became a realtor. And that's why he got bit by a spider. And now he's ending this video. Happy Halloween. Spider Realtor does whatever a Spider Realtor does. He can dance, he can sell your home any way he can. Spider Realtor.